I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is April 10, Wednesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day here. So we had the bearish idea, popped up, got into that gap, sealed most of that imbalance, got into that last candle, shot down, and did not take out that low, which is amazing. So when I was mentioning yesterday's option, if the report was going to be higher interest rates and CPI report, right? So the thing is that with this situation, you have to understand. I was mentioning the core CPI, the YY would be under 3.8 would be bullish. The problem is what I probably forgot to say is that this, assuming that the actual CPI was 0.4, would have been 0.3 because their forecast was 0.3. They mentioned 0.4, so that's good for a currency, which means dollar goes up. So this was I'm surprised that this was this low. But the key factor here was that it was a 0.4 and it was higher than their forecast, meaning that their likelihood of having rate cuts in June is probably less likely. So that means more inflationary period, means more dollar goes up, yields go up, and stock, prices are more expensive, so things will kind of come back down, right? So that's the kind of logic. So in my opinion, it is still on the neutral side in a way, but at the same time, this could be leaning more towards bearish. So it depends. But with this was one of the options here. I was saying that we would poke up and then shoot down. Now here, this part is a minimum, but I don't know if it's gonna break that low or that low, right? So this would be like in a very bearish scenario, right? Coming like this. We didn't get that. So take a look, super game here. You'll see that we had a divergence here. So we did not tap that low, which is that data low I was mentioning on NFP. So you see we shoot up here and then come down, but the divergence here happened on us. And wow, what is this? That's weird. Okay, so yeah, it should not be moved like that. Okay, so this low in NAS did not take out that low, but in S&P and Dow they did. So for me, this was a signal to buy. Now understand, I teach this every day on the channel that when we get a break, that we are going to get a retracement back up. Where? Well, we have the opening range gap from here. It's kind of hard to fit all this. So just bear with me here. But what do you call it? So we popped up and we came down. So we get 3 drives here, right? So for me personally, let's put it this way. What trade do you think I took here? What trade do you think I took? All right. If you didn't want to figure it out, push pause. But you know I took this buy, right? Why? Well, because I mention this all the time. Number one, when we break this low and this low with CPI, we expect some type of retracement. Now, the retracement can go in a couple places. I have that minimum as a low. That's my minimum requirement, is this low right here, period. Now, we do tap it on the 1 minute, and it could have been bearish, but yesterday, this was the same video. So watch yesterday's video so this makes sense. This damn near price action is almost the same, except for the difference that this is CPI and it's a much tougher day and all that, right? So you get this little speaker out, but we didn't come up and hit that 50 level, right? So the 50 level of either the range plus we have the 50 level of the actual opening range. But if it's on a weaker side, you're not going to probably get up here. You're going to probably run for the lows, right? And keep going bearish. If you see it on the 4 hour, we came down, we popped back up. Now we have this price action empty, and it doesn't have to. It can start speakering out, going that direction and being really bearish. I don't know. We're still not out of the woods, but this would be kind of like what I'm saying, right? Where you start doing that, right? So that understanding, I need to mention that first, but as you see here, right here, we come down twice. Now, when this hits this gap right here to the tick like that, I do take this trade. As soon as it pops back up, I take this trade, take a loss. No problem. Why? I know it's a possibility that it's going to be either 2 or 3 drives, in general speaking. I show this every day. This is not fucking brand new. But the reason why I'm taking it is because S&P and Dow took out their lows, but we did not. So with that understanding, I'll take this shot. No problem. Price came down one more time as you see it. And we're still at the gap. And this is a very clear 3 drive, so to speak, oversold, blah, blah, blah. And you know where we're going. We're retracing where? Again, this is my minimum target. That's my next minimum target right there, that low. Okay, so take a look. As you see, we pop up, we shift. Now, yesterday's video is the exact same. I literally showed you. But yesterday, the difference between today and yesterday for me is I didn't take the profit here when the price ran up that high. Because when it came down, people think it's bearish. This is a structure shift. They're looking at it like, and they sell here, right? This is like their confirmation type of thing, right? So I'm attacking that. And yesterday's video is the exact same fucking video. Damn here. Not exactly, but the point is of this scenario where we shift above. Okay, I'm already in. We shift above. I let it come back all the way right to that entry. Look, right to that. I get filled right at that wick, right? We're at the gap. Body's respecting. I'm not moving that stop loss until it's gone. So as you can see here, it's not getting moved until we're gone. So what do? We come right back to it, which is a mitigation of that wick. This is coming all the way back as a shift. So shift here. Come up, retrace back in, all right, and then we pop up. All right, we start popping up. I want to see that higher high and a higher low, and I want to see us kind of structure our way up into that minimum target level, which is this level right here. Now here, you could have took the profit here, no problem. Oh, this is a screenshot. I gotta go already, man. But this low, if you look to the right right here. All right, so you could also take that. There's a gap right there, by the way. See that gap? Oh, shit. You see that gap right there? So that's also a target. The high right here, that is also a target. But my target was to be here. Plus, we have that gap. It's stupid. It doesn't show it on this time frame. But you'll see. Let me go to 2 minute. At least so you can see it. See that? So right here we have, when we're coming up, my target is, I understand we have a gap here and we have that low. That low here is from, you can see that from yesterday at 3 p.m. when it shot up, right? That low we broke through. I talk about this every single day. And then, so that low's in the green right there, and the gap is in the background. Okay, cool. So with that right here, I'm out of the trade. Here's the thing. You don't know if it's going, you would love for it to come here. Absolutely. But you don't know because it could be very heavy, right? So where my minimum target would be that low, as you can see, taking the trade out. Now, I would have liked to have sold here, but the only reason why is because I don't know if it's going to keep going. So the purpose of this, the point of me saying all this is that, see, once we tagged it right there, I want to see kind of a push up one more time, because then if anyone was a momentum trader, breakout artist selling through here, then when we pop up with this candle, we've came back and mitigated them. They're at break even, but we push up higher for them to get pushed out or get out, right? That's my logic. That's how I look at the chart. Okay, so that being the case, let's go to this last trade. So want to be done. Now, it would have been a beautiful sell right there, but at the same time, I don't know if it's going to keep going higher or lower. So I had to leave it alone, completely leave it alone. Okay, so that being the case, also, let me go back to 1 minute. So what you need to also know is that before we're getting up here, right, we have this 15-minute imbalance right here. See this between these two candles, the 9 a.m. and the 9:30. So in between there, you got that imbalance right there, which is highlighted right here, but obviously you can't see that on that time frame. Now we also have the down last candle, this 15-minute, which is showing you by this line right here. What does it do? It's dragged out. As you can see, when we are coming up, all right, when we're coming up, we retrace right there, and then we start going through. So this down, I made a video yesterday exactly about this. Literally, I didn't even have to make this video. So price comes back down, and when it shoots up, these last two down candles, price shoots up, retraces back in. I'm not worried about it. Right? See, it comes right back down to that last down candle. That's perfect. I know we're going higher, and I want to get to my target. So what does it price do? Shoots up here, comes back in. With this inversion imbalance, it holds price from right here, this 9:45 a.m. candle. So I want to see price go above, hold here to go above to get to my target. Sure enough, we get right to it. Fucking gorgeous. Again, this is a dangling carrot. You don't know if it's going to, it might happen still. We don't know. But the thing is I am guaranteeing that I know we're coming to this low and this low. Here, I don't know if we're coming to it. I'm not guaranteed that. So you have to take the profit. You can't be sitting here trying to hold home runs, especially on a day like this. Doesn't even make sense. But price comes back down. Last two down candles hold as support. I was mentioning this yesterday. So price came up. Now I would have liked to have taken this sell here, even though I saw it. But again, I don't know if it's going to go up or down. So what did it do? It retraced, comes down, shoots 3 drives right here, right? And as you see here, we're getting 3 drives. So 1, 2, 3 right here. Okay. So I'm in this trade here. Price comes up, retraces, takes that low, boom. All right, that's what I want to see. Price pops up, I'm in the trade. Then the price, my target, minimum target is this high right here. Plus with a bonus would be this high right here. All right, and then as you can see here, price starts going up and then attacks that high that I was talking about. I actually held it for this high, but I couldn't screenshot it. So, but here at the same speaking, you don't know what they're going to do because Powell's going to be talking at 2 and then it's going to be all ridiculous. And 1 o'clock's about to start and I'm out of the trade, completely done. Now the losses, I mentioned the loss here and I actually took a loss here, which is right here, this one, because when this price came down as a third drive, this last candle, this 11:45 a.m. shut down again for a double bottom, which is very fucking dirty. Like because they know there's people like me out here fucking scalping or sniping. So that's ended up what happened with a double bottom. Now usually that's liquidity, but my goal is to get to this high and this high right here. So what do? We come up right here. There's so much on the screen. We come up here, right? And then look what happens at 101. Not 101. 1 o'clock shoots the price down. And at this point, I already know it's a speaker. And I thought they were playing with me. I was like, oh my God, look at all these amazing opportunities. Let me try to squinch this up. I don't know if I can. Look at this. I just kind of keep it here. Look at this. So at this point, I know I can see a speaker. We have high, 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 low, low, low. I have already known that from here, right? Take a look. And this is why today is a funny day and I don't expect to hold it up or down because of its CPI and we have Fed Powell talking. Could have been much worse, but it just went flatline. So what did they do? They just speakered out. They're looking for buyers and sellers. They can't. There's nobody interested. So they're doing this speaker shit or this consolidation just so they can get people involved. So well, they baited me in here, right? So that's the logic you have to have. So after this low, low, and low, that's a high, high, and a high. Let's put it this way. Let's just say you can't even see it. Let me see if I can do this. All right, let me see if I can just do it this way. It's acting funny because of the way it's so right here. You're watching, right? Right here. You got these highs, you got these lows. What do you think is going to happen here? Is it going to drip down and come down? No, they want to keep that. They want to, not only are you in a golden zone here of buying for demand, but they want to keep these buyers in here. Okay, so then what's next? Well, I'm attacking that high because I'm expecting a higher high. Price starts going up, going up, going up. Oh, almost squeezed you out, right? Stays in. It's respecting these last two down candles, by the way. Right? Look at that. This is the other reason why I'm interested. And then take a look. Boom. Now we come up and we take out that high. We came up, take that high, and we take out this high for anybody who was trying to get in early here. This is super early, which I would have got in, but this is the next place to get in because if it's a break here and retrace, just a simple logic of price structure, right? They take out that low, right? Take a look. So right when the price is here, what are you possibly thinking? If it's a speaker and speaking out, well, then these would be the next lows to attack. Okay, price comes down, takes them out. See that? Okay, now what? Can I do this? Maybe it's better. Now, guess what? When it's hitting here, and by the way, this is acting really well. My the overbought here, overbought. Now we're down at oversold and oversold. The only reason why it shows like that is because well, I won't even get into that. So we got that low. What do you think is going to happen here? Well, you have now that high and you just made this low. Boom. Take a look. Fucking price went all the way above. I was like, you can't be making it this easy, but I was not involved. So, and then higher high right there on the overbought right there. What do you think is going to happen here? Comes all the way back down. Oh my God. It fucking hit. It took them out by a point. Wow. We're on the oversold again. Take a look. What's going to happen from here? You want to go above and take the high out? Ooh, real low, right? Real close, right? So I said here, you're going to go up and take out that high, right? If you took that trade after it took that, that's why I'm a liquidity trader. Where'd it go? Almost took that high? I did take that high. See? So when this price came back down, didn't take out that low, right? I'm just trying to show you the logic. All right, so this price came up here and wiped all them out, came here. It was on an overbought. Could you have taken that trade down? Sure. But guess what? Price retraced back, stayed above, and then what did it do? Swept all the way above here. So anyways, man, so just consolidating, and does it come into this upper level or not is the fucking question I have. So, or anyone has really. So this, I'm not gonna lie, this reminds me of bearish activity, because if this price starts to hold, I mean, the thing is it can come down here, it can still come down, break these lows, and then be bullish. But to me, that would be a break of structure. But the response would have to be really good. And I thought that's what they were going to do. I thought they were going to come down here. But when I saw the divergence, let's go back to this. So we have a divergence here, right? And by the way, we had a divergence here on Dow when it did not take out that high right here. These highs that we all have right here. See, we swept above, NAS and S&P swept above, and then Dow did not. So that was also the indication of it coming down. I mean, you have to be able to pay attention to stuff like that and see that on other screens to catch that, right? But anyways, as you see, it's still buying in this fucking area. Look how many times it bought in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. So in my opinion, I just feel like it's a little suspect that they're not going to come up here. But if this high never gets broken, we're coming down hard. Let's put it like that. I'm pretty sure that's obvious, but if we don't take that high, man, this is an ugly ass time frame, bro. Yeah, man, if we don't take that high out there, it's heavy, and that's the reason why we're not coming up here. Because if the market stays heavy, then it won't come up here. But that minimum target was beautiful right there. So dollar, as you can see, I was mentioning that we would end up shooting up here, and we did. So we shot up. That was a 50% range from here to here, retraced. It was a good place. Took out that low, and then as a raid, and then just shot up right to that gap that I have right there, as you can see, and just stopped in its track. So this dollar right now come down and retrace all the way back into here. That would obviously push us up into that area that we would like in the 50 percentile range. And or does it keep going, right? Does it keep going, expanding, and then retrace later, which would then push us down more and wipe that pool, which would be here, obviously. And if it takes this low out, does it take that low out? Most likely, in my opinion, it does. But at the same time, it doesn't have to. It could literally still just buy a right from underneath this low. So market's in a funny place. Look at these other assets real quick. And as you can see, the fucking flow on them is just much more cleaner. So as you can see that, I mean, that's wow. Because normally if I was to have trading Dow, and this is also very sexy as well. You can see here that we had that, and I was mentioning this as a crack, right? As you can see, if you're trading Dow, I mean, you can see that shit super easy, yo. But that's bearish flow. I mean, I don't see how we're not bearish. I mean, when it comes to Dow, and I mean S&P is sort of there. I mean, you know, I don't know. When you see, this reminds me of 2022. When you saw this type of price action here for being bearish, go take a look at 2022. But I'll be honest with you, you don't need anything else from me. I mean, I don't need to make another video ever. I mean, for what? Because you have already got, I have enough video recorded since September of 22. I was recording September of 22. Okay, so you've got a bull run, you've got a retracement, you've got a bull run, you've got a retracement, you got a bull run, you've got some of this retracement. The only videos that I did not make is when I got married, which was December 10th, and then I think the last video was like the 14th or something. And then I didn't make a video between December 14th and like January 1st or 3rd or some shit of this year. That's the only videos I didn't make. So otherwise, you have videos of going up, going down, going up. I don't need to make another video. You don't need anything else. You want to go watch previous videos, go watch them. To be honest with you, I mean, I've already made enough videos going up and down. So at this point, you got to ask yourself, it's like, are you not really paying attention to what's going on? Are you not back testing? Are you not creating any type of strategy? I mean, I don't know what else I could tell you, right? But anyways, yeah, I should go. Let me see. I know I'm missing something because I missed something yesterday, just like these numbers. So the more reason why it came down the way it did was because of this, it was more than the forecast, right? So, and then dollar shot up. But I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards a little more bearish. Only because we're just not ready. They're not going to cut. I don't think they're going to cut rates, right? So that being the case, we should be starting to come down. We should have been coming down. I'll be honest with you. We should have been coming down. But let me see. Is there anything else? And the video is just sitting here. So, which is also a little strange. But we still have news this week. Anything can happen, but I don't know. I just feel like we're coming up here. This is I just feel like it's so nice to come up here at the minimum. But I don't know. This is a big deal. Do we come up here or not? You know, or do we just start ranging down? So, you guys take care and God bless.